In the Got It problem, I'll teach you how to solve the system using tables. I personally prefer to use tables after they're both set equal to y. In the first equation, if you set it equal to y, you pull over the x and you get negative 2y equals a negative x plus 4. Divide by negative 2. Y is a positive 1 over 2x minus 2. Do this again for the second problem. Take over the 3x, so you get y equals negative 3x plus 5. And that's solved for y. In the first example, we would have graphed both of them and see where they meet. In this problem, I teach you how to solve using a table. Graphing is much easier. Just like you usually would, you're going to make an equation, your next y table. Okay. The first column will be for your first equation. The second column will be for your second equation. You can pick values that you usually pick, but sometimes they're not going to work and you have to pick further points. I'm going to pick the ones that I normally do. I'm going to see if they work, and if they don't, you need to pick more points until you get them to work. If I plug negative 2 into 1/2 x minus 2, I get negative 1 minus 2, which is negative 3. If I plug in negative 1 into 1/2 x minus 2, I'm going to get an ugly fraction, so I'm going to wait on that. If I plug in 0, I'll get 0 minus 2, which is negative 2. And I'm going to skip positive 1 because I'll get an ugly fraction. I'm going to plug in positive 2. If I plug in positive 2, I get a positive 1 minus 2, which is negative 1. I'm going to plot those. Actually, you don't even need to plot the points. Let's move on and just plug into the second equation. Plugging in negative 2, I'll get negative 3 times negative 2, which is positive 6, plus 5, which is 11. I can plug in negative 1, but I'm just going to try these and see if they match. Plugging in 0 will give me 0 plus 5, which is 5. Now I'll try plugging in a positive 2. Negative 3 times 2 is negative 6, plus 5 is negative 1. Notice at this step, we get the same results. Therefore, the ordered pair that satisfies the system of equations is the x value of 2 and the y value of negative 1. You don't need to graph them, but if you did, you would see that they meet right here at 2, negative 1. If you choose to use a table and get an answer, you do not need to do the graph.